Hi everyone, I'm in a meeting room with some colleagues from the media, and here we are going to meet Stella Li from BYD, and this is going to be probably the most comprehensive and the longest interview that you are going to see with Stella Li on YouTube, because we have around 40 minutes together to talk, and you're going to hear questions and answers directly from the source. So hopefully this is going to be interesting for you and for us. Let's join the conversation.
First question there.
What does it take as a leader to lead a business at this level?
Commitment and hard working. Never give up. Yeah, that's because when BYD is small, and then you remember the story, like 20 people, $350,000. Then even when I joined BYD only have like 1,000 employees. Then my role is to go to the overseas to introduce BYD name. So our first overseas office is in Hong Kong. That's before 1997. Then we came to Europe. What I have is like one people with one just graduated, like a master, speak German, and one technician. And then with $30,000 cash with 1 foot of container. That's it. If I lose, if I fail, that's all the cost. That's all the money we have to support this kind of risk region. Yeah. So this is a kind of, today you saw BYD is giant, huge, then you say, everything. But when you look at the history, we start with a very tiny, small company. Then we grow in this environment. Then as a female, it's naturally, you once you do this step by step, working hard, dedicate, and then most importantly, you need to enjoy the work you are. Once you enjoy, everything is very simple. It's become like a very joyful, like a journey. Yeah.
Thank you very much. One more and I'm done. You've been named this year World Car Person, and you are the first female and own the Chinese company to have this amazing nomination.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
I feel very proud, but I also like a really big appreciation is to our engineer. Because with BYD, like 120,000 R&D engineer, every day give you new stuff, and like innovation is making my sales job much easier, and making my communication much easier. Because each time I go to any place, tell BYD story is part of. I really enjoy this kind of career, and then it's my big passion. But at the same time, it's a big, like amazing story. It's about the. Like you remember, I always talk about American dreams. You start with nothing, but you build a big success. This is the same. So making my communication is much easier. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You still have a lot of questions, even if we're a friend.
Actually, you emphasized a lot about the engineers.
Yes.
By the way, I'm an engineer too, so I'm very proud when I hear this kind of nice words. You also mentioned that they make your life easier.
Yeah.
But what I noticed, in all these movies, the marketing people is helping you a lot in communicating the right way with this technology.
Yeah.
And what finally about your salespeople, no matter if they are working directly for BYD or they are your dealers, because I imagine they must have at least an equal role in the success of the BYD.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Jose sitting here, they're from media. So like they bring the professional experience here. Like he's always have a very sharp eyes. Oh, I like this story. Like make it's better. Then we have John to join us as a professional, like a medium person. I tell John, your number one task is to tell BYD story in the Western world. So then this is a kind of even for BYD sales team, marketing team, we have a professional digital marketing expert to join us. When they jump in, they love a BYD story. Then they bring their professional work and the experience into us. So we have a car, we have technology, then we have most experienced expert very strong team, then it's really make it everything is work very well.
Two short questions. There was a big discussion in Europe about the support the Chinese government made for auto companies in China, especially EVs. And there was an inquiry of the European Commission. This is the first question. How do you comment this involvement? Because you grew extremely fast.
Yeah.
And as the data says, you had, I don't know, only in 2022, there were nearly $3 billion invested in BYD by the support of the government, one. And two, your decision to open the factory in Hungary, was it just economic or had also political aspects, because you know Hungary is very open to China and to...
Yeah, appreciate. So actually I need to correct this is really misleading perception. And why? Because we are in China, and then the China EV policy is available for everybody. So it's more towards to consumer. So all the EV subsidy is given to consumer. In the very beginning, they gave a $12,000 subsidy is give benefit to consumer. So then by financial, we need to collect this money. We need to give to consumer, but it's OEM to collect money from government. So you will see in the very beginning, Chinese government own BYD a lot of cash. Yeah. So that is not really the subsidy to any manufacturer. Then the second, the subsidy we receive, even I receive in every single country I invest. It's when I went to any city, I will invest a giant facility. Then I will create more than 10,000, 20,000 job opportunity. Local government, doesn't matter it's in China, it's in US, in every space, I will get a subsidy. As some subsidies give you discount land, and subsidies give you employee education costs. So all this one, if you see the financial report showing the subsidy for this one is towards this direction. Even we invest in any other country today, I opened it up, I will receive equal or even higher subsidy from the overseas government. So the claim.
But why the European Commission investigated this, and why they decided later to put tariffs?
Political.
Our own
yeah, just a lobby by political. So because they don't understand why Chinese company can produce the EV half of their cost, but they don't understand, which my chart is showing. It took us almost we are 30 years, but then in auto industry we are 25 years. But then in the past almost 20 years, we're almost bankrupt. Our R&D investment is for the electrical 7%. But in the past 20 years, we only invest EV. But you compare with other company, what do? Today they try fuel cell, tomorrow they try another, then they try different technology. They're not focused.
On this I totally agree with you.
Yeah, they don't focus. But you think about, then second, you think about I'm the second guy for the company. I'm still working in the front, on the field, not sitting in the office, beautiful office, listen to the people's report. So this is because BYD, even the Mr. Wang, the founder, till today I'm always joking, why BYD success? Did you see the founder of the company still working almost 16 hours to 17 hours per day, and then 7 days a week? And I went to the dealer store to talking to the dealer, talking to the consumer. No, you did not see that. But we did. This in BYD, we still a kind of a founder is really dedicated, working hard, and then to the commit to the company. Then we make a decision fast. So you ask our team why he will take a chance to upgrade, because we need to quickly, in 1 minute, we make this decision. Some company will take 1 month. So efficiency is different. So Chinese company winning out because of 3 reasons. One is the decision-making process, much faster, very effective. Second is the manufacturing supply chain is very strong. Like BYD, 70% of our component were produced in-house. So once we, my message in the beginning, we are the only company can have a capability, can add on 1.2 million cars capacity per year. No any hire company to do. We can do that. Why? Because even we do the battery manufacturing, 80% of the battery equipment were produced, designed by BYD. So that is kind of capability, and then can make a company grow. Then the third one is competition. In China, actually, I feel, because I'm an international person, I feel in China is a more open, capitalized city. Every auto company, doesn't matter state-owned or maybe private-owned like us, we need to compete to survive. The government will not give you, hand over the money to you to save you. There's no this case. We never see this happen. But then, like in overseas, become like even in US, when auto company has issues, then the government gives the money. So it's totally different. But in China, it's bleeding competition, and a lot of companies choose to withdraw the company. They think it's protection, but it's not. It's just because free competition. But then the company commit to be participate in this competition, they become stronger and stronger. They are very competitive. So once they come to overseas, they find it's very simple because competition is not so strong. So then, when the company lose, what they can accuse, what they can blame is, this company, they don't understand. Then they say, you got a special subsidy. It's not a fact.
Yes, it's true.
Even they did the investigation, did you see any report to showing how much money they received? No.
It's obvious. They do receive money. In Europe also, it's true. But on the other hand...
in Europe they do receive money, the car. If we do investigation in auto company, I think it's equal. If by the same standard to measure, anything they blame Chinese company receive the subsidy, is equally even local company can receive more. So it's I'm a data person. If by data ignores country, so this is the same industry. There's no difference. And also another one, you see, Chinese government is always clear in one direction. 20 years ago, then they are clear in the future is EV. They put a 5 years plan. But this 5-year plan, unlike other countries, this year is this direction, next year is this. This is happening in US now. The next year is this direction. But it's always the same direction, continuous work. Then you see the result come. So then even for any foreign company, if they trust Chinese government, Chinese market better, they should if they can restart again, I think they should follow this strategy from day one. Don't need to be doubt. But then if they do like a BYD, like other company, then they will receive the different result.
In the past, the European automakers, for example, had to have a Chinese partner in China to open a factory.
Yeah, but now they are free. No, but now they are free.
Yeah, now.
Now they are free because why? You see because when they into China, in China there's no car industry. Chinese government gave them the Chinese market, and then to open this one. But then in the end, you see in the past 30 years, all the European OEM brand, they make a huge profit from China.
True.
Huge profit. So I think it's equal. If any European company open this market to us with joint venture, it's equal. But in reality, it's not. Because in the past 30 years ago, if the Chinese, you have a license plate, you produce car, even it's trash car, you can sell. You can make a bigger money. So you will see in the past, China is the car model is old model, the tooling is the old one. Then it's do it. But now, start from several years ago, and then all the auto companies, they can choose, they can add to be 100% owned. Tesla is 100% owned.
I know.
BMW
Tesla was the first.
No, but then BMW had the chance to change the structure to have one joint venture to buy out all the share become 100% owned. Another, they got the 75%. So Chinese government is more open now because the market is more mature like a European market. So then a lot of people saying, now it's when you come to my market, you should have joint venture. It's not true because you're talking about the immature market. and then mature market. So now China has become more mature market. Now with this one, now it's equal. You don't need to have a joint venture. So so the logic is different.
What about Hungary? That was my second question. What about Hungary?
Hungary is first. If you see any single data, Hungary has been ranking always number one for manufacturing, especially for auto manufacturing. You use chat GDP to ask in Europe which country is the most like a friendly best for the manufacturing. I just did that. Hungary number one.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know why, but you do use chat GDP or DeepSeek, any AI. They give you all the answer why. They give you 20 pages. But I just did this one is Hungary number one.
So that's why you decided it's only economical.
Yeah. Like this is like actually. When we are a private company, we make every single decision, even in China, less consider about the politics. We are more considered as pure the market driven and the competitiveness. So we choose Hungary because of two reasons. One is Hungary by the data, they are the most like a suitable manufacturing place, ranking the number one. And the second, then like a BYD has a history in Hungary, like a back to. Not only buses, before buses. Is when we're working with Nokia.
This thing I didn't know.
Yeah. So because I'm the person, I was the former CEO for BYD Electronics. So by the way, like if you're using this phone is my passion. If you use the smartphone, the globally 1/3 of the smartphone components and also like the whole phone assembly are by BYD. So we used to produce 60% of Nokia phone. Every phone model you remember, I will tell you which part we produce. And the 60% of the Motorola phone, the Razr phone is we produce the whole phone. So BYD is not a stranger to European. So then back to we are small, Nokia pushing us hard. We need to be global company. Then we need to have manufacturing in India. That's our Chennai facility. Then we need to have facility in Hungary. Then we went to Hungary. That's my first factory is the cell phone. Phone. Okay.
As a follow-up on Hungary topic,
Thank you.
how much time
Thank
do you
you.
think you need to be perceived as a domestic manufacturer, not only in Hungary but in Europe? Because this process obviously takes some time. But which are your expectations for BYD to be seen as a domestic brand in Europe?
That's a good question. So one is the emotional answer because it's talking about the consumer. So you need to first design the car is more like a European flavor. So for example, our Atto 2 launching, I think several journalists joined our Atto 2 launching in Europe. All the journalists test drive the car. From auto industry, the journalist is really super expert, he knows all the industry very well. And then they test drive, they say, wow, this is really the model for European. The design, the looking, the performance, you really be more feel, that's my car. They don't feel it's, China car or something. They feel from the style, from the color, from the performance, driving habit is more European. This is very important. And the second is as the question we have here previously. When BYD as a Chinese company here, what we should do is we need to hire local expert to help us to do the marketing, sales, and after sales service. So now BYD is building a team for marketing, a team for sales with local people. This local people and also our after sales team is very strong. Then we build here. They are the people deliver to the customer. So they need to deliver make sure it's European talk to European. So once you have more flavor this one is really make the people, local people, they work for BYD, then they feel they're working for any other company. There's no different, even more passion. They don't. Sometimes they will speak different languages. It doesn't matter. We have a AI. You can I give one equipment to my all salespeople. They carry this one. They can go to any place, speak any language. Even in China, they can go to the a flea market to bargain the price with this equipment. So that is kind of you build up a very international culture, and once this is from internal to external, then the people will feel this is for a lot of European leader. They will feel this is their company. They are not feel we are Chinese company. That is bring the huge difference.
And in terms of time, you need 5, 10 years maybe? How do you think?
Less than 5 years, you will see. A lot of people will, because this is my KPI to my team. I think within 5 years, if I go to the supermarket, I will ask him, do you know what's the best vehicle brand you like, you enjoy high tech? My answer, I want to hear BYD. And then I want to mention BYD, they feel, wow, this is European company. And yeah, so, and also we will build also local R&D step by step too.
I noticed you are very passionate about technology, but my curiosity is if you are at the same time passionate about car culture, or is it mostly your dedication to innovation in business?
I think I would, to be very directly answer this question, is if we are produce ICE car, today BYD cannot grow so fast. BYD will not achieve this brand because you bring the innovation, you bring the technology to here, then you play different car. You're changing the game. You play another game, then you start be leading. So this is the whole philosophy. Mm-hmm. So technology is our key. Also, technology is the key engine for us to be continue successful and also changing the world.
I noticed BYD is already involved in sport partnerships, especially football, the most significant one. Do you consider motorsport to be an option for future opportunities to promote BYD, challenging the legacy of traditional auto brands?
We will see, but you see why we choose in Europe more investment in sport? Because for European, sport is their passion. If you talk to anybody here, they can sleep in, but when you're talking sport, they wake up, then it's like a boost. So it's become passion, energy. This is same like a BYD when we're talking about car, our passion and energy is for technology. So if everything matching to this direction with this direction to with passion, with innovation, that's our intention. Yeah.
She's a racing driver. This is the reason of the
that's
question.
But that's the reason.
This is the reason.
So that's okay. But then for female racing driver is another thing we feel very passionate, energy. Yeah.
And I have one last question because your career is quite impressive and your achievements are really an inspiration for I think all of women who want to grow in this industry. And can you tell me what is one of the best advices you ever received during your career, which helped you build resilience and find inspiration?
Yeah, I think when I was young, I just graduated from university. I met one person is a singer than me. She told me, Stella, you never know who you will be and what you're going to do in the future. But the one thing you should always make your best effort to do excellent job for the work you are doing now. So then this is always, I think it's very strong advice. So even if I'm doing assistant work, I will be the best for this job. If I'm cleaning the table, I will think I will be the best cleaning the table or cleaning the floor. So this is some advice for everybody. Always focus on and deliver excellence for every single job, and don't always be thinking about the big dream because you never know that. Then you will be successful. Yeah, focus on and dedicate yourself, deliver excellence.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm Alex Monisha from Auto Market. I have 2 questions. You recently said that BYD considers a third power plant in Europe.
Yeah.
Could you comment more on that, and could you tell us what countries are you considering?
Yeah.
And the second question, BYD is coming to Romania, as we all know, with all the models, or what models will be available in the beginning?
Yeah, so the first, I think that is a little bit misleading. The people asking me the long term. I said long term, then BYD is continue like investing in BYD in the future. We may need to build a third facility. That's not on our agenda yet. Okay, just talking about the long dream. Yes. So then I think Andrew,
yes.
yeah, you can answer more details which model we're going to launching.
For sure. We'll be starting with 802. Then it's going to be the Seal U EV, Seal U DMI. For sure, Sea Lion 7 we'll see in September, and we'll have another surprise that we will open up to you in the coming weeks. It's going to be a very challenging one. We're going to challenge a big local producer with that. So, coming up with you.
I have another question about Romania and also European market, because we know that you also have at BYD, you have also buses, forklifts, commercial vehicles, and I haven't seen that much news about that. Are those also under your umbrella, and how do you plan to sell or to produce the buses and the trucks and the forklifts in Europe? What's your market approach about that part of the products that you're selling? Thank you.
Yeah. So even we did not publicly do a lot of marketing for electric buses, but actually our like one leading player in Europe for electric buses. Today you are in London. So in London, is like a Bonner actually did this work. Our EV electric bus penetration in London is more than 80%.
80%.
It's more than 80%. In the whole UK, we are more than 70%. So like our EV penetration is high, and then we're doing this very well. And this year, we do have KPI for another commercial team, and then we will be leading position. So in country by country, we have different like EV penetration here. Currently, our electric buses are produced in Hungary at the bus manufacturing. Yeah.
And the approach for the EU market or for the rest of the Europe, let's say other countries than the UK, which is the approach to have the same business structure like you have with Andre, or maybe have a separate importer, or what's the strategy for that?
Yeah, we have one commercial team, especially handling the commercial sales. So in some country, if we need a distributor, we will first consider our distributor in this country to check if they are expert, they have strong muscle in this field. If they are, then we will work with them. If they are not, then we'll choose others. Yeah. So this is always our philosophy. Yeah.
So it's like a different, let's say,
different sales team. Yeah. Because this buses business is B2B. Yeah. It's not B2C. So now all the team here is mainly handle B2C. But then the working principle is like our team in Romania will be supporting function for the like a B2B business too.
I see. Thank you.
Okay.
Since we are a Romanian table,
Yeah.
what are your expectations for the Romanian market? I think this is the elephant in the room. We have to ask this. In how many years do you plan to be the market leader?
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew, I know you are new. Maybe can you answer this question? This is some example.
Yeah. So what I can tell you is that, and I have been telling you guys of the trip. So we are like a tsunami. We're going to be number one. You have never experienced what BYD is going to bring to Romania. I can tell you that for sure. In my first interview with Ms. Stella, we have discussed about this. And when she asked me when you're going to be number one, I was in my head thinking about BEVs, the DMI, PHEV. But suddenly I understood that the question from Ms. Stella was number one for the whole market. So I expect to go there in less than 5 years.
It's enough.
Or
It's
wishful thinking.
Yeah, that's his KPI. He said,
Give him this
I think
yeah, this is KPI.
maybe 3 is better than 5. 3 is better, or?
Oh, you see, you have a question. I appreciate now. I'm happy you become like a supporting party for me, giving him pressure. Yeah.
I have a Spanish good friend, Nico Trasmonte. You know very well him.
Yeah.
And he told me that he is crazy about you.
Oh.
Why?
He told me that
I need to take notes.
he told me that if you are calling him at 2 o'clock in the night,
Yeah.
he is answering you and talking to you. how you convince your team to follow you without any problems?
Yeah, I also tell everybody I'm a diamond shopper. Sometimes a little bit tough, but I make people is more shining, more successful, and then they will discover like they can be much better than they expect. Yeah, and then also I trust them. I give a very free platform for them to really release their talents. Yeah, I like to deal with hardworking and also commit people. So very open. Yeah, trust.
Can I have a question related to the mix of vehicles? So from my previous question and from your previous answer, I understand that you try to convince the Europeans with the DMI system, with the hybrid system. Which is the mix that you expect for the following years in terms of PHEVs and electric vehicles? What's the ratio between them in Europe?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, we follow on daily. So, for example, country by country, region by region is different. So, for example, in UK, we found out like a CU DMI, this DMI technology can be maybe 40%. So then the EV can be like 60%. But then if you go to Spain, your friend country, and also Italy, then the Southern Europe, EV penetration is lower than 10%. Then our DMI technology will be more than 60%, 60-70%. So it's really depend on region, different country. Yeah.
What about the Nordic countries? Because in the EV adoption, they are leaders by far in Europe.
Yeah.
What's your vision about those countries?
Yeah. So in Nordic, like in Norway, definitely only sell EV. There's no CODMI. And then in the Denmark, because of tax reason, it's not a benefit for any non-EV car. So it's the space only left is BEV. So it's really, even by Nordic, country by country, there's a different angle there.
In terms of models, which, as a whole in Europe, which do you think are going to be the first top 3 selling models in Europe in, let's say, 2025?
No, I have 6 top selling models. You are only 5. So we are launching, Atto 2 will launch, will be very top selling model in the B sector SUV. Then the CU DMI is top selling on the D sector SUV. And then our sale is amazingly, recently very big, strong demand from UK and a strong demand in France and also Germany, and also even in Spain, the sale is BEV. It's the EV, but it's a D sector sedan. So it's in each. So BYD I think by middle of next year, in every sector, BYD will have a EV will have model there. So then it's really country by country. Then in our pipeline, it's not only a single model. I have 6 very strong models going to compete in each sector.
How do you evaluate the EV charging infrastructure in Europe? Because in China, you told us already the example with the 1.3 megawatts charger.
Yeah.
How do you evaluate as a whole the European charging infrastructure for EVs?
Yeah, if you compare it with the data speak, when our EV penetration is only 20% or less than 20%, actually Europe EV infrastructure is even stronger than in China. But now once the EV penetration, or maybe several years later, the EV penetration move higher, more charging infrastructure. Now in China, EV penetration is around 50%. So then chargers every place. Is another important thing is government mandatory is important. So in China, every new shopping market, new parking, new building, 30% of a parking space need to have a charger. Or maybe in the resident apartments, every single parking lot, the government requires a charger accessible. So if I'm the resident there, and then I can ask it to install charger in my parking lot. They need to bring enough power to there. That's mandatory. And in government building in the airport, it's almost 30% of the parking lot need to install charger. So this become the regulation, and then this regulation impact a lot, to help a lot too.
So do you think that the EV charger market in Europe will still continue to develop, or it's starting to reach some sort of bottoming in terms of numbers and power and things like that?
The charging infrastructure, even we're talking to like a Shell is our partner, and also like the different the even gasoline company and the charging company, they still will double, triple their charging like a point in next several years. So this is just a starting point. And then will continue fast growing too.
Besides Shell Recharge, do you also have other partnerships in mind?
We're working with different charging companies. Like several partners were in the deeper discussion and partner with them.
A lot of other Chinese technology companies started developing their own cars now. I've seen from Huawei recently, Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, also Xiaomi and so on. What do you think about that? Because they are coming from technology with a lot of technology background, developing electric cars, and their model are pretty impressive. I've seen the SU7, I think, the one in Xiaomi. It was mind-blowing. What do you think about them?
So first, Huawei will never produce cars. That's their public speak. But they partner with other people.
Exactly, but Xiaomi, they're producing it.
Xiaomi is the one produced the car. So, but all this company jumping in to produce car, you see, they bring another way for competition on the intelligence. They bring another innovation. Even something we will say, what they are doing. So inspired by them, then we can be better. So that's you can see the philosophy can answer your like a previous question. It's like because China is become very freedom competing country. Then you have more like this kind of a technology-based company to join the competition. Once they join the competition, they will bring the whole concept, all the technology in the smartphone, in the IT industry into here. Then for us, we're not saying, they got a subsidy. We're saying, wow, what are they doing? Can we do? Then we will go back closed door talking. If they can do this better, why not you? It's boost their ego. They're saying, no, we can do that. One time I challenged my team. I guess why this company is like AI feelings better than you? Like our car is not there. Then I took them to spend a half hour with their head of engineer. Then the head of engineer did not say anything, but the engineer sitting in the back seat said, Stella, give us 3 months, we'll be better than them. So it's like this is, for us, it's fun. You always find like some people doing better than you. Then we're always asking our engineer, why you are not good? Just one question. The next day, they will bring another innovation to you. So very, very interesting. This kind of environment is crucial. It's actually winning factor for the Chinese company. So in China, nobody, you see, who cares the government give who the money? For Chinese company, they are only head down to compete with technology. They never care about the politics.
Who do you perceive now as a rival? Your real rival? Who do you see? Tesla or who? Who's your main competitor? Who you're benchmarking with?
BYD.
Okay.
About the Hungary plant, if I'm allowed, one last question. Have you decided which is going to be the first model that is going to be produced there?
We decided several models were produced here. They're very popular one.
Can you make us an update on that topic? I mean, which
Well,
models?
we like to invite you to go to see our facility. We tell you the secret. Let's keep a little secret,
And the production start time, it will be this year?
End of this year.
Okay, Q4, right? Okay.
On that previous note, you mentioned that cars are more similar to smartphones right now.
Yes.
And a few years ago, a European brand also said that cars are gadgets or smartphones, and now, just recently, they came back and corrected that statement because drivers said they didn't quite appreciate the interface, like tablet interface, no physical buttons. So now they are, let's say, turning around their design decision. And my question is, do you think it is considering safety factors, this decision of treating a car as a gadget? Because car, at least in Eastern Europe, road safety is a big issue. And treating a car like a gadget may seem superficial. Does technology play a role in this, in making streets safe?
Yeah, you mean there's a lot of robbery in there or still safe?
No.
Distraction.
Distraction.
Drivers are not driving responsibly,
okay.
And I think road safety is mainly about how we perceive cars.
Yeah,
and
that's
if we perceive them as gadgets, then we treat them lightly. So we do not take into account the fact that we can kill people on the road if we are not paying attention to the road, paying attention to a tablet instead, or interacting with the car like
drone.
No. That's what I'm saying. BYD Auto Drive got eyes, like equipped in every single model. So, like for example, the Dolphin Surf, in China we call the Seagull. Then here we call the Dolphin Surf. Is the most accessible model. We have this equipment. So then but it's not in the urban driving. It's a platform. See, it's in the highway. Then you have this one. So in the highway you drive long distance. Then you're sleeping. You don't focus. Then because sometimes then this car will take over the control. Will remind you. Will take this we call the auto drive. We make this like a test drive during Chinese New Year. Like people drive 1,000, 2,000 kilometers for the go to hometown with a lot of drink and drunk. The next day is not a clear mind. Yeah. But with this kind of technology, will protect you. Well, the essential for us for auto drive in the all platform, the number one is improve the safety, driving safety. And then yesterday or the day before, I was in Poland. My guy is driving me with a seal to the airport. Then the started remind him need to focus. Then he told me he got the pillow headache. Then his head is like a little not the center. When he's driving, his head this one not in the center with our camera or system detecting. Remind him focus. So this is already a little bit more advanced than ADAS system. Already equipped our C-Line 7, but in several years we have a more like an auto drive function in the a highway. First, every single car of a BYD will have this kind of a safety feature.
That's a standard.
That's a standard. That's basic. So Mr. Wang made a very famous speech. I think it will become the principal speech in the future, the history. He's saying in the future this auto drive feature will become more like an airbag. And then safety belt as part of the car. If you 10 years later you look back, then at that time, this kind of auto drive, highway safety, highway auto drive will become like a must necessary feature as you have today as safety belt, as airbag.
Sorry,
about the Seagull.
we need to leave, but I don't know if we have some other question from journalists that
Only for
they don't
the
have
Seagull.
But 1 second, you have other question from other, because this is the last one.
They want to give other
Yeah, because
people
we need to give a space to other colleagues
I
too.
wanted to ask you about the other brands from BYD Group. I see a lot of advertisement with Denza. What are your plans with those two brands in Europe?
Yeah, Denza will be official launching in Europe.
Okay.
So from April, second week, we will do the design a week unveiling for the Denza brand. By end of this year, we will bring the Denza car.
And in Romania?
Next year. This is actually a question for Andrew. When Andrew is ready, when the market is ready, anytime. Yeah.
So the Seagull name.
No, in 2 years.
Dolphin Surf.
Andrew is more aggressive than me.
Dolphin Surf.
Surf, okay.
Surf.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the name.
Yeah.
Yes.
No problem.
Dolphin Surf, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dolphin Surf.
thank you.
Thank
And
you.
see you
so
tomorrow
much.
in the launch of the Sea Lion 7, yeah?
But make sure you test drive all our car. I have our team to make you to test drive any model you want. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice meeting you. Thank you.
Okay, so now I'm back in my room after this very interesting press conference. There are some ideas that remained with me after this discussion, and one of them is the perseverance when it comes to follow your path when you're doing something. In this case, it is about EVs. So Stella Li told us that the BYD brand focused on EVs for a very long time, around 20 years, and they followed this path without any kind of fatigue or things like that. So if you are very consistent, at a certain point you'll be able to deliver on the market a very good product. Another thing that I wrote here after this discussion is the manufacturing in Europe. So yeah, the company now, the BYD brand, will start to produce vehicles, cars, passenger cars in Europe, in Hungary, in the last quarter of 2025. This is a certain thing. They will start the production in Europe. They'll be like an European brand when it comes to taxes, for example, and they'll produce several models here. They haven't disclosed yet which are those models, but we assume that are the most popular ones. Another point that got my attention in this 40 minutes discussion, it is the fact that Stella Li explains quite frankly how the things work with European brands in China and so on. So the thing is that initially, if you were an European brand and you wanted to open operations, production operations in China, you were forced to make a joint venture with a local company. So basically, you were trading your know-how in order to get on the Chinese market, to sell cars there. If you want to enter the Chinese market and if you want to sell cars to the Chinese public, you needed to do this. Now, in the present, in 2025, I understand that this is no longer valid, so you can open a plant in China if you want, a vehicle manufacturing plant, and you are not forced to partnership, to make a joint venture with a local company there. Another thing that I find interesting is that the Denza premium brand, part of the BYD group, is coming in Europe in the last quarter of 2025, and in some countries will be available in 2026. For example, Romania, because I'm a Romanian journalist, and some of the questions, as you saw, were related to the Romanian market. This brings me to another thing that I want to talk to you. It is about the presence here. Why am I here, and what's the context of all this? So the Sea Lion 7 has the test drive event in the UK for the UK media. Meanwhile, during this time, BYD found a country manager, a deputy country manager for Romania, the country that I'm coming from. So this guy, Andrei Duică, it is his name, you saw him in the video. So Andrei said, okay, because you have this event in London, near London, to test drive the Sea Lion 7, is it possible to make a group of journalists from Romania to come to meet you in London? And Stella Li said, yeah, bring them in. So this is how I got invited to this event, and we are a group of 20 Romanian journalists here in London. We had the chance to have this talk and to find interesting things from my view about the BYD brand. So this is how it works in the automotive industry. You don't have the chance to buy a ticket just to be in a certain place. Usually you are part of a group of influencers, of VIPs or journalists or things like that. So I'm very happy that in the end, the whole procedure and the flight schedule and so on, it is favorable to us, and I'm very happy that I can share with you this kind of information, because to have a vice president of a very important company, to have that openness to be filmed at the table when he's speaking or she's speaking with other members of the media, usually you don't have that quite, let's say, you don't get that kind of openness all the time. Sometimes some parts of these discussions are, let's say, off the record and things like that. But during this event, I saw transparency and I saw great openness to the public. Another thing that I want to tell you is that Stella Li, she is the most powerful woman in the automotive industry right now. So what you just watched, it is among, I would say, top 5 automotive leaders in the world. Maybe she is not Elon Musk, maybe she is not, I don't know, Oliver Blume from Volkswagen Group, but she is for sure in the first top 5 automotive executives in the world. And she is responsible for thousands of employees around the world. That's about it. This video is coming to an end. Thank you very much for watching again. I'm really happy that I'm able to share with you this kind of information. So please like this video, share it, and please subscribe to my channel because it helps me a lot. As you can see, there are not that many subscribers on the channel yet, and I don't have that much content, but when I'm bringing something on YouTube, I'm trying to be as relevant as possible, and this kind of discussions, believe me, you won't find them anywhere. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.